When you're looking for KitchenAid innovation and quality, who has the answers, the selection, the price? Ventura TV Appliance. With billions in nationwide appliance buying power, more than Home Depot and Best Buy combined, we'll help you save. Our low prices on ENERGY STAR qualified KitchenAid appliances save you energy and money, and pay no interest on select models when paid in full within 12 months. Ventura TV Appliance, serving you since 1951.
Hi, I'm John Mallos. Welcome to this live edition of Connect with Me on the showroom floor here at Ventura TV. On this day, it's a great day to be outside, and it's a great day to be on our show. 436-MeTV, option 11, if you want to call in. If you, my friends, are in need of a life-changing event, like a life coach, today is your day. We've got her in the studio. Back in just a moment. Let your heart not be troubled, and your mind too. Just relax. Try to take it easy. Don't get a heart attack or a stroke over nothing. Have you ever heard people say that? You're getting upset over nothing. It's nothing. It's not a matter of life and death, is it? Well, you know, today in the studio we have someone who might be able to change your life, your way of thinking. A life coach is here to tell us how it's all done. I don't know how she's going to do that in 30 minutes, though. That seems almost impossible to me. But anyway, she is here to give us some advice on what to do to change our lives. Anyway, you might know, or many of you may not know, that last weekend I spent 3 days over at St. Agnes. I had a couple of stents put in. My veins, 90% clogged in one vein, 80% in another. I need a life-changing event in my life, and I think that was it. But I also may realize, have come to realize at this point, that I might need a life coach as well. What life coach am I talking about? Take a look, my friends.
Hi, I'm Robyn here, and I'm a life coach, and I use a method of outcome-based thinking that really changes a person's brain. It's so much fun to do. And Heather here has never done this with me before, so she gets to learn today how to do it. So Heather, what are you stressed about today?
Well, this morning I was backing out of my garage and I hit my daughter's car.
Oh, sorry.
So am I.
Okay, when you have a sudden reaction like that, you have tension somewhere in your body. Where did you feel tense in your body?
My jaw, my shoulders, I grabbed my steering wheel and said a few choice words.
And if you were able to look into that car and see you, what would be the look on your face at that moment?
Anger,
okay.
stress.
Okay. And the body language, you've got all of that. And if you stayed in that state of mind, take it a few minutes forward, take it an hour or two forward, take it for the rest of today, what would the outcome be of staying in that state of mind about hitting your daughter's car?
Oh, I'd be frazzled. I wouldn't be able to get anything done. I would probably vent a lot of my anger out toward the majority of the people that came near me.
She looks too calm for me. I'm a type A personality. I'm going to find out what type she is. Anyway, live in our studio, back to her, in the purple, right there, is our life coach, Robyn Beer. She is here to lecture me and to talk to you about what's going on in your life and how to calm you down, my friends. Let's take it down a notch here on Connect with Me. Stop yelling, stop screaming, stop going off the deep end. It's not a matter of life and death unless you're on a gurney being wheeled into ER. 436-MeTV, option 11. Call in. Turn down the sound if you want advice from a life coach today. And that goes for all of us here at Ventura TV. Back in a moment.
Now, why don't you tell us the whole story right from the beginning? All right. from the beginning. This is the city, Los Angeles, California. My name's Friday. I carry a badge. Police officers.
You any idea who the other man was?
My partner's Bill Gannon.
Program?
We got just one big question.
Yeah.
When?
Now on MeTV Fresno, Xfinity 187.
You know, sometimes it does take a heart attack or a stroke to calm somebody down, but let's hope it doesn't get to that. That's a very serious thing, and I joke about, you know, having a couple of stents put in this past weekend, but it was no laughing matter because I put the procedure off for so long, and I'm going to have to take drastic measures in my life to calm myself down because I am a type A personality. You know, Robyn Beer is here. She's a life coach. I don't know if you can do that in 20 minutes or less.
Yes.
You know,
Not a
that's
problem.
the thing. But you got to speak up in that microphone.
Okay.
Got to talk very, very loud so people at home can see you. And yeah, there you go. So how you doing, Robyn?
Doing well, thank you.
Yeah, you look great. You look wonderful. So what
Thank
can you
you.
do to calm me down?
Well, as you were saying, oh, just calm down, it's just nothing.
Yeah.
Your brain is saying to you, yes, it's everything. It's life and death. Even if it's not life and death, the limbic system in your brain is saying, it's life and death. I'm in danger here.
Oh.
So all the blood flow is in your limbic system telling you this is a terrible, awful thing happening, and you are looking from the subjective view, only what you can see out of your eyeballs. And what you can do is stand back and look at yourself from the objective view and see that this whole situation isn't as big as your brain is telling you it is.
Yeah, so how do you do that? Easier said than done.
You make pictures. You make pictures in your head. So you have in your brain your limbic system, which processes your emotions. It's your fight, flight, or freeze section of your brain. It also processes positive emotions. And it tells you that emotions are big.
So what part of the brain is that again?
This is the limbic system right here in the
How do you
middle of
spell
your
that?
brain. L-I-M-B-I-C.
Okay.
Limbic system.
All right.
Okay? And all the blood flow goes to the limbic system when you're processing a big emotion, whether it's what we
Like
call
when you're
negative
teed off,
emotions.
right? When you're
You're
teed off,
upset,
you're
you're
upset.
embarrassed.
It goes into the
It goes into the limbic system. All the oxygen is in your limbic system. The rest of your brain is kind of shut down. So if you did a brain scan, this would be lit up like a Christmas tree as you're yelling and upset, and the rest of it would be all dark. Okay?
I'm laughing.
Yeah, this
but
is
I
your
mean-
brain, John.
Right, I know.
Okay? But the one thing your brain can still do when all the blood flow is in the limbic system is make pictures of yourself.
Right.
Okay?
Right,
That
right.
you do back here in your occipital lobe. You can make mental pictures. So as you're upset,
So what are you supposed to be making mental pictures about?
as you're upset, what do you look like? So pick a situation. Will you do that with me? Pick a
Everybody's
situation where
laughing.
you're
I don't
upset.
know. I don't know. They're laughing. They're laughing.
Pick one. Just one situation where you've been upset in the last day or two.
I don't know. We have a call. Hang on. Good morning. You're on Connect with Me. Your question.
My question is this: I'm a stagehand and I'm a spot operator for the show Wicked, and I have 128 cues to remember, and I have great anxiety. What can she do to help me kind of relieve that anxiety? Because it affects my work.
You're a type A personality, right?
Yes, sir.
You fly off the handle for no reason, don't you?
Yeah, well, people will say, well, a spot operator, it's like, it's do or die, right? They see everything on stage, and it's
Yeah.
like, and you have your cue person saying, no, stay on this person, stay on that person. It's like, so you're kind of like you're kind of like outside of yourself almost. And so I was wondering,
Yeah.
can you give me a tip as to how I can just lower my anxiety level a
Okay.
little bit so I can react better?
All right, let's go. Go ahead and take a look at the book, and maybe you can explain what
Okay.
you can do.
The first thing you can do is breathe. Breathe deeply and
right.
breathe out as long as you breathe in.
Okay.
And then stop and feel your tension. When you're in anxiety, where's your tension? Somewhere in your body, you're tensing up. Feel that.
Yeah.
Then stop and make a picture of yourself. What do I look like in anxiety?
Yeah.
What's the look on my face? What's my body language?
Yeah.
And most importantly, if I stay in this state of mind, what is the outcome going to be?
I don't know.
Okay.
You tell me.
Then, well, it's different for each person. You know for you, when you're in anxiety, what your go-to is.
Yeah.
Do you kick the garbage can? Do you yell at your family?
No, I don't
Where do
kick
you
the
go
garbage
with
can.
it?
I don't kick
Where
the
do you
dog.
go with it? Right. For yourself, where do you go with it?
Well, I get angry.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't kick things.
You see
no.
red. You when you're in anger like that, you're
raise my
not
voice.
thinking
I
clearly.
raise my voice.
Yeah, you raise your voice.
Like everybody does.
Right, and you're not thinking clearly. You're not thinking wisely.
Right.
So if you stop and feel the tension, ooh, where am I tensing up? And what do I look like in anger right now? And if I stay in this state of mind, what is the outcome going to be?
I don't understand. You keep saying that. What is the outcome going to be?
Okay.
What is that?
Play it
outcome
forward.
For what?
Play your anger forward. Okay.
How far forward?
Minutes, hours, day.
Okay.
Where is it going to go? If you stay in anger, what are you going to do?
I don't know. You tell me.
You're going to get a stent put in your heart.
That's what I'm waiting for.
Okay. See, but each person knows for themselves where they go.
Right.
You have a go-to when you're angry or anxiety or whatever your emotion is that you're battling. You know, you're going to, in depression, you're going to go to bed. You're not going to go look for that job. You're going to go to bed. Okay?
Yeah.
So, put that picture aside. Make it a picture of yourself.
So let me get this straight. Okay, 436 MeTV option 11, turn down the sound. So I'm supposed to fast forward my brain?
Yes.
How far?
Minutes, hours, maybe a day. Where's that? If you stay in that anger, where is it going to take you?
I see. Uh-huh.
Okay.
But how many of us are thinking that clearly to think that far ahead?
Because you've made the picture of yourself, you can. Because when you have that blood flow in your limbic system and you make that mental picture of yourself in your occipital lobe, it releases the blood flow into the rest of your brain. So in the front of your brain, you have your prefrontal cortex that the right side is your creativity, the left side is your problem-solving skills. Up in the top, you have your parietal lobe where you do math, which is logic. All those get turned on and you can think clearly again. And the way you do that is make a picture of yourself in your best state of mind.
Yeah, it takes practice, though. I'll bet it takes practice.
It takes a little practice.
It takes practice just like anything else. Am I right about that?
You learn the process and you practice it, and then it comes automatically.
All right. Talking to Robyn Beer. She is a life coach. She wants to calm you down if you're a type A personality. So the key is to try to think ahead. Move that thought process forward a day or two. What difference is it going to make, right? What difference will it make 100 years from now? We're all going to be gone. Back in a moment here on Connect With Me, 436 MeTV option 11. Do turn down the sound.
1 Adam 12, 1 Adam 12.
This is Adam 12. It stars Martin Milner as Officer Pete Malloy, Kent McCord as Officer Jim Reed.
1 Adam 12, roger.
This black and white patrol car has an overhead valve V8 engine. It develops 325 horsepower at 4,800 RPMs. It accelerates from 0 to 60 in 7 seconds. It has a top speed of 120 miles an hour. The automobile has 2 shotgun racks, one attached to the bottom portion of the front seat, one in the vehicle trunk.
You want me to drive?
Now on MeTV Fresno, Xfinity 187.
Thinking far ahead, trying to get over your anger, my friends. Type A personality, better tone it down. You might want to tone it down to a type B because is it worth it? Robyn, so how long have you been a life coach?
I've done this about 8 years now. Started out teaching domestic violence classes to the domestic violence offenders.
Okay.
That was a lot of fun.
Did you help them?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. We had an 83% non-recidivism, which means 83% of our clients did not go back out and beat their wives or their husbands. That's huge.
Yeah, or their kids or their dogs.
Right.
Yeah.
Or kick the garbage
So,
can.
okay, I want to play another clip. You were talking to a young lady by the name of Heather in one of these clips, and in the first clip we heard from Heather talking about having a little accident, hitting her daughter's car, and now Robyn is talking to her about something else. So let's roll that clip. Go ahead.
Take a deep breath all the way down from the diaphragm. Blow out as long as you breathe in. Normally you do that about 3 times. clearing your head. This gets oxygen moving in your brain, which is what you want, because that's what she didn't have when she hit her daughter's car. The oxygen in your brain goes to your limbic system, which is your fight, flight, or freeze impulse center. Now, she needs to move it from there because the emergency is over and get it up into her prefrontal lobe where she can again be creative and solve problems. So to do this, Heather, what do you do well? What is an activity, a job that you do confidently, that you do competently, that you enjoy doing?
Organization, keeping things in line.
Okay.
Right. Keeping things tidy.
So you were talking to Heather about that forward thinking, a day or two ahead. Now
even minutes ahead.
Even minutes ahead. Okay, and asking yourself what difference is it going to make, right? So let me ask you something. Is this only for anger, or can it be for depression? Can it be for stress?
Yes.
It can be for all of the above?
All of the above.
Really?
Anything that is a tension, anything that is a reactive emotion. It even works for PTSD. It works for embarrassment.
Post-traumatic
stress disorder.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So if a person is not a type A, you don't have to be a type A, you can internalize everything. Is that correct? And that's dangerous too, because it's like a ticking time bomb.
Right. And
so
when you internalize it, you're going to feel tension somewhere, because what you're doing is you're tolerating.
You
So
don't
it's
have to
gonna
yell
build
and
up.
scream
No.
and be a kicker of garbage cans or walls to and actually they say when you act like that, you should get a punching bag, because when you get out of your system you feel better. Is that correct?
How would it be, though, to completely mediate the emotion and not feel it anymore? Rather than have to punch it out, how would you like to be able to say, oh, okay, now I can think straight?
Yeah, easier said than done. You got to train your brain, right?
Easy to do once you learn how.
Yeah. Call coming in. Good morning, you're on Connect with Me. Your question.
Let me see if I get this right. Your guest is advocating a mental picture of yourself in a relaxed state, or in a good mental state. Set that up in advance, and then when you're in a situation where you're panicked or enraged or upset in some way, then you already have this preset image of yourself, and that's where you go to. The one that's you prearranged it in advance and you practiced it, and you go to that place or try to get to that place, and it takes your mind off of the anger. Is that how that works?
Okay, the first thing you do is
sure about it.
First thing you do is feel your tension in the anger. Make a picture of what you look like in the anger. Look in the mirror as you're angry and see what you look like.
Robyn, let me interrupt you.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes, you
Sorry
are.
to be so rude and rudely interrupt you, but you're talking about rationalizing.
No.
Who is rational when they're upset?
The reason you're not rational when you're upset is because your blood flow is in your limbic system, which is getting ready to fight, flee,
Ask
or
anybody
freeze.
here if when they get angry, are they rational?
And that's because your limbic system is in control. And you can take the control out of your limbic system and put it in the rest of your mind where you can think rationally.
So you're asking somebody to be rational and in control when they're out of control.
I'm teaching them how to take the control out of the impulsive part of your brain and put it in the rational part of your brain.
But how do you do that when you're in an irrational state?
You do that by making a picture of yourself in your irrational state.
But don't you have to be rational to put that picture in your brain?
No, absolutely
you
not.
You don't. You can still be an enraged nut.
Yes.
And still.
The one thing your brain can still do
when you're in an enraged
irrational is to make pictures of yourself.
Okay.
You can see what you look like in that state. And once you see...
Can I take a selfie of myself?
Yes, you can. Yes, that's a great idea, in fact.
Is it really?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
I just threw that out there as a joke. No joke.
We had one client look in the mirror and scared herself because her angry face was so scary looking.
Yeah.
And so if you feel your tension, make the picture of yourself in the irrational state, put that picture aside, and yes, it does help if you have beforehand made the picture of yourself in your best state of mind. That best state of mind is something that you do well, something that you do confidently, maybe your job, maybe a hobby. It's not just your happy place on the beach, it's actually doing something productive and confident and competently. So if you ahead of time get that picture of yourself, what do I look like when I'm doing something well, when I'm rational, when I'm in control? So after you've made the picture of yourself out of control, feel your tension, put it aside, then your brain is able to see that picture of yourself in control, doing well, and all the blood flow goes back into the part of your brain that thinks wisely, and wise choices come to mind. It happens. It happens every time it's used. And we have seen it for the last, it's been developed for 30 years.
Yeah.
And it works.
Okay. We got to take a break. All right?
Okay.
Before somebody gets upset.
It's all right. I'll help them calm down.
We're back here on Connect with Me, 436-MeTV, option 11. Do turn down the sound. Hey, I can't believe you're not calling in asking a question about this. It's unbelievable. It's a live program today, ladies and gentlemen. Call in. Oh, we do have a call. Let's take it before the break then. Good morning. You're on with Robyn Beer. Go ahead, quickly.
I like Robyn. She really explains to the stress and all the anger. She's a real good teacher.
Thank you.
I love it.
Okay. Are you? Do you have a question? Do you have a question?
I just love it.
Do you have a question?
Yes, she's she's a good teacher on how you stop this the anger and all that.
Yeah.
She's very good at it. That's just my question. She's a very good teacher, and keep it up.
Okay, that's not a question. That's a statement.
Just go by what she's telling you.
How do you know she's a good teacher? Have you met Robyn?
I've been listening to her.
Okay.
That's what I go through too. When I'm angry, I'm mad. I just calm yourself down. Let the stress release itself.
Now you can do that verbally. You can talk to yourself and calm yourself down. It'll take you much longer.
Yeah.
Because it only takes, you can make 6 pictures a second in your brain.
Yeah.
And I'm only asking you to make 2. That's quickly calming yourself down.
Isn't that easier to just go get a... Yeah, go ahead. Okay, well, thank you for the call. I appreciate the call very much. Calm down. Isn't that easier to just go get a massage?
Well, how are you going to get a massage when you're at work?
I don't know.
Everybody stop. I'm angry, so I need to go get a massage.
We have to take a break. They're giving me the rap. Back in just a moment, 436-MeTV, option 11. We're back in a moment with Robyn Beer.
When you're looking for KitchenAid innovation and quality, who has the answers, the selection, the price? Ventura TV Appliance. With billions in nationwide appliance buying power, more than Home Depot and Best Buy combined, will help you save. Our low prices on Energy Star qualified KitchenAid appliances save you energy and money, and pay no interest on select models when paid in full within 12 months. Ventura TV Appliance, serving you since 1951.
Can you tell I'm a type A?
Yes.
You can?
Yes.
How?
Because you interrupt.
Well, I had to interrupt you that one time.
That's okay. I don't mind.
Because I'm trying to figure out how a rational thought comes into someone's brain who's out of control.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me tell you what happened to me, okay?
Okay, all right.
I was preparing for a 3-week vacation to Washington, D.C. one night, 10:30 at night, writing my last little lists and bills. I looked up and my whole backyard was on fire, it looked like to me. My husband went out and put it out. Our 15-year-old son came in with both of his legs on fire. And he's going, help me, I can't stand the pain. You know what that does to a mom? I mean, you just crumple right there.
Yeah.
And I saw myself throw myself on the floor and throw a baby fit because my son was injured. My trip that I'd paid for and worked for was up in smoke, literally, and we weren't going anywhere. And I was a puddle. And I went, I don't live there anymore. It just came to me that quickly.
Oh.
And I thought, if our pediatrician's on call, he'll triage this with me over the phone. We'll figure out whether we're going to the ER or whether we're going to get on the plane in LA tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Whichever, that's where we belong. There's no reason to stress about it.
Yeah.
I had this kid in a tub of ice. I'm debriding huge pieces of flesh off his legs. We got on that plane the next morning.
Wow.
Just because I could calm down and do what needed to be done.
Amazing. So I shouldn't worry about my daughter who's on a field trip in LA today, right?
Is it going to do you any good to worry?
No, we have a call. So I better not worry about that and just take it. Good morning. You're on Connect with Me. Your question. Hello, caller?
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. I missed most of this, and I didn't hear where we can contact her or how a person can get this help.
Okay, go ahead, Robyn.
All right. My phone number is 977-4128. My office is at 83 East Shaw, between Blackstone and 41. And I hold classes on Tuesday afternoons from 1 to 2:30, Wednesday evenings from 5:30 until 7. And I will schedule private sessions for any time. So that's 977-4128 and 83 East Shaw in Fresno.
Okay. Yeah, what's your other question?
Okay, you have classes when? Tuesday what time?
Tuesday at 1 o'clock, Wednesday evening at 5:30. So 1 in the afternoon on Tuesdays, 5:30 in the evening on Wednesdays.
Wow.
And I'm open to start other classes as we need them.
Okay, what's the cost for the classes?
It's $15 for a class. And I'll negotiate with people if you don't have it, but pay me less. And I charge $60 for a private session. Again, I'll negotiate.
I'm sorry, I'm not hearing real good.
That's
50?
okay. $60
for a private session, yes.
Okay.
And $15 for a regular session.
For a class.
Yeah, for a class.
Right, 15 for a class. How many's usually in the class?
Can be anywhere from 2 to 15 people.
All right.
2 to 15 people.
Yeah. Running short on time. Thank you very much, ma'am, for calling. I appreciate it. If you don't calm down, not you personally, but by the way, I let you talk for a long time. I didn't interrupt.
Thank you.
See that?
Good
Here's
job,
what
John.
we only got, what, 1 minute? 1 minute? Put up the photos when I was in the hospital. Here's what can happen if you don't calm down, if you're a type A. That's me going in for my procedure, the angiogram, before putting those 2 stents in. It's about 2 minutes before I passed out. That's after the stent procedure. And then, of course, the nurse that helped me out there, Larissa, there she is, very beautiful young lady, but she did help me out. She knows her stuff. Outstanding nurse at St. Agnes Hospital that helped me calm down. In fact, she grabbed me at one point. She says, "You're stressed out. Stop it." So anyway, you gotta calm down, right? That's the key message.
Well, you don't have to. You can stay stressed, and you can pay the consequences.
Yeah.
But you have the ability to, if you choose to use it.
Okay, and you say there is that part of your brain where you can think forward, look at yourself in the mirror, take a selfie, and calm down.
Yes.
All right. Robyn, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for the advice. Robyn Beer, a life coach, here on Connect with Me on MeTV Fresno, back with another edition of this program on Comcast, channel 187 and 43.6. Let's all exhale. It's over.
Remember me?
After practicing law, Raymond Berg fought crime.
You have the right to an attorney.
As a hard-boiled detective on wheels.
Ain't it the truth?
His name is Ironside.
Perhaps you wouldn't mind saying it again.
His name is Ironside.
All right, now you've said it.
Nothing slows him down.
I want to see this one firsthand.
Now on MeTV Fresno, Xfinity 187.
Well, what are we waiting for?
When you like Ventura TV Appliance on Facebook, it's nice. But when you love the Frigidaire Gallery appliances we deliver, it's even better. Our website is cool, and it's a good place to start, but you really should touch the merchandise before you buy. Time for that upgrade to an Energy Star qualified French door Frigidaire Gallery refrigerator. Quality appliances for the way you live. Get the best selection, price, and service in town without waiting. Come in to Ventura TV Appliance and touch the merchandise.
Do you like me?
Just like me.
Like MeTV Fresno on Facebook. Get the latest news, interact with others, watch videos, become a fan of me. Exclusively brought to you by Ventura TV.